distillery. It was the only distillery in Scotland that didn't have a pump anywhere. It was gravity because there's a big hill at the back there. Yeah. It came down as water, whiskey. Great, eh? That's the islanders are clever, aren't they?
And what else we're going to do, Willie and I are going to start a fellowship. And the fellowship will be no more than 5 people coming. They can bring, their partners, but 5 people on the fellowship. The fellowship will consist of, the mashing, distillation, fermentation, maturation, the whole thing within the distillery, living in this area here up in the lodge, and eating nice food and drinking some nice whiskey in the evening. It's a 4-day event. And you can fill a cask at the end. Those casks that you see, those tall ones that were in the cooperage, you can fill for one event for yourselves as well. As long as if you're of a certain age, you leave them in the will to me. So the lodge is what we're going to see. It's just been refurbished, and it'll be interesting to see your comments on it. And we're going to taste some nice whiskey as well. First heavy peated single malt on Jura since back in the 1800s. So this is the style of Jura, the old style of Jura. After the American White Oak, 2004, we put it into an Oloroso Vini 2E Gonzalez Baez butt. Yeah. So it's very robust, as you can well imagine. It's 52.1% volume. Always needs some water, quite a beastly lift. It's a single cask, right? It's a single cask. So she really is quite a beast, and she deserves all the attention that you should give her. First of all, if you look at that colour, you'll see it's a kind of goldy tinge to it, kind of almost honey glittery. Remember where it's been, American White Oak, and then it's been into that Oloroso, that Gonzalez Baez, since 2004. The nose, straight away what I get, and remember it's all very personal. It's your nose, not my nose. My nose is almost like a bonfire. If you light a fire in the garden, burning anything, and your clothes kind of reek of it the next day, that's the smell. And smells to me are like that. They're always very personal. It's something that I remember, even as a child. There's lots of memories come back through smell. And that bonfire really is the initial smell that I get. I also, because Jura is quite fruity and spicy, normally as a Highland malt, and because of these very tall stills, I still get that kind of lemon gorse kind of flavours coming in as well. Maybe not so much as the spice and the nuts as normal. It's certainly kind of lemon, fresh and clean, that citrusy nose coming off it as well. And on that palate, it's full. There's no getting away from what you're going to get from it. It leaves the palate and it just surrounds that smoke. It develops inside your mouth. But it doesn't go way down here and burn with me, it just sits here very nicely. And what that reminds me of is the 16-year-old does exactly the same. It just comes down and sits here nice and gentle, and then it just flows away from you. But what this one does is this big explosion that still goes on inside your palate. It's still full. And it'll probably be tomorrow by the time it's not full. So that's the festival bottle. And what you need to do is to make sure you hold the glass like this.
swirl it around, and you bring it up to your nose and you go, hello. Then you come back up and say, how are you? And then you go back and say, quite well, thank you very much. And then it says, I'm strong, I'm 50, 60% alcohol. That's when you go back and say, how are you? It starts to open up. It starts to say, hello, yes, I'm soft, I'm elegant, I'm refined. So, if you can open these bottles very quickly for me, I'll show you what to do. So, I'll just show you this very quickly, then you'll do it. This is grain whiskey, this is malt whiskey, all right? Remember that? So what you do is you take the grain whiskey, number one, there's 2 bottles of number 1 on your table. You then add it to it, and it's now become a blend, because you mix the malt. But when you nose it, very little change. So when you go to number 3, and add a little Campbellton, it begins to change. Then what you do is sample number 4. You can do this after I finish, no problem. Just wait till I finished after here. Then you smell that. When I add number 4, this is Islay whiskey. It's taking on a little body now. You'll see that sort of smoky, peaty tang. Then you take some Jura. If you run out of whiskey, let me know. But you should be okay. It's coming up. It's now making lots of weight. Number 6 is a Highland malt. This is going to give it more body, more character. Lots of body, character there coming through. Okay, then number 7, Fetacare. This is very important. Lots of Fetacare will give it that little bit more muscle. And then number 8 is Speyside. Speyside, remember what is Speyside? It's a beautiful, elegant woman, and she's going to seduce the malts now. She's going to give it charm, elegance, so you can be quite generous with that. Then number 8 is a beautiful Tamnavulin. Very, very elegant. Maybe a wee bit more, too much there, right? So we're just getting there. And then number 9, which is another beautiful Dalmore. This is like a Merlot grape. So when you come to number 11, when you come to number 11, this contains 35 single malts. Lots of malts here, lots of character. Then you can add just a small amount to it, and that should be completed. That's what I'm looking for, to soften it up. So you must have body, character, softness, richness in that whiskey. All right? You need to nose every one of them, add every one of them, and let's see how you get on. What? So, thank you once again. We're going to announce the winners just now. And here are the people that have done very well, which will get a certificate. This is the runners-up. Okay, then we've got, it's just Chris. Chris? Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Okay, well done, well done.